Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues in the black box. Those are the 7 C's. And as we navigate these 7 C's, we often tap into my boy, brother Blake. Byron Blake, that is. He always got his eyes set on a sucker, typically. And lately, his eyes been set on 600 and Eddie Boy for the way they've been positioning themselves since Big U has been having problems with the feds. And hello. Good looking. So I figured shit. He's so surgical and precise with his shit. It's always interesting. And this West Coast business is free Big U from the black box, neighborhood to the neighborhood, fuck the law, feds, and everybody in between. The district attorney and all that. So with no further ado, we finna see what Brother Blake says these two have been up to. Oh, my mama.
Now, I told y'all that these two dudes are, they like Ren and Stimpy, man. This the LA 2026 lethal weapon right here, man. Eddie Boy and 600. I dropped on 600 earlier. It's only right I hit y'all with some Eddie Boy content, man. And we got something special for y'all because I told y'all, Wack has been trying to push this narrative that Eddie Boy is the OG, triple OG big homie. That's who Big U was following.
What the hell? Oh my God. No way.
Now, all right, I'm aware he is a throwback, but all them extras, I ain't never heard none of that.
If y'all want to know the real, you ought to go listen to Eddie Boy. So I felt like this would be a good time to back up some of my claims that Eddie Boy has been giving y'all misinformation, whether it's intentional or not. It seems very intentional to me because if you don't know and you just pulling shit out of thin air, then that's called a lie, But I'm going to leave that up to y'all to determine. We're going to check it out, without wasting any more time. Let's get into this clip of Eddie Boy sending shots. Y'all know I dropped a video, saying what I thought about Big U's paperwork as in regards to the DNA evidence. The government acknowledging that they did not have any conclusive DNA results connecting him to, this charge that they accusing him of. And they actually had one that they said was inconclusive that actually excluded him. And I think this might have ruffled Eddie Boy feathers. They want Big U to go to jail so bad. So he took to his platform, and this is what he had to say.
My ex-comrade, my ex-crimey. We're going to talk about the boy, Mr. Draws Down, Mr. Eugene Henley Jr. We're going to talk about him today, bro. We're just going to give you an update on what's going on with his trial.
Why? Like, I thought you was assalamu alaikum on your deen. This is your mission from Allah to be celebrating and sweating and riding the top of a nigga that's having a problem with them peoples. The feds, the same people that took out Malcolm X, it's the same federal government, bro. This is not your friends. Regardless of how you think or feel about Big U, this ain't nothing to be happy about. Like you say, your comrade, but you saying it so sarcastically, it's like you enjoying what he going through.
And how it's progressing and how it's not progressing. I see things that have been happening on the YouTube streets, dudes talking about that his case might get dropped, but a lot of people not paying attention and understanding that motion that was filed on him.
What? How is it your job to clarify all that? Whatever gonna happen with Cuz in court gonna happen. What the YouTube streets say don't matter. Who is on here trying to, man, this shit crazy.
I'm suppressing what he needs to suppress already have been ruled on already, and it's under seal. Um, and basically, nothing has changed dealing with the murder.
Now, of course, it was obvious that this was a response, I guess you could call it, to my video, because he clearly said, we've been seeing some stuff on YouTube, on the YouTube streets. So it was obvious that was a response. He damn near used the same caption that I used for my video. My video was titled "Big U might get his case dropped," and he said, "Yeah, people talking about Big U might get his case dropped." So it was obvious to me, who he was sending a shot at. And that's cool. I ain't, whatever. But I like to know what I'm talking about when I talk to y'all on these platforms. I don't want to just get on here and speculate. I don't want to do no wishful thinking or hoping or none of that. I like to, especially when we talking about somebody's case. I like to have the paperwork and the facts to back this up. So we all just heard Eddie Boy say that these motions have been ruled on. So he's basically trying to say, this dude is telling y'all this stuff might get thrown out, but in reality, they've already ruled on this stuff and the stuff is just sealed up. That's not true. What you looking at on your screen right here, right now, is a proposed scheduling order for the hearings. So the motion to suppress, the motion to dismiss, the motion in limine, all of these different motions will be heard at these upcoming dates, on these upcoming dates that they have scheduled. Nothing has been heard and ruled on yet. They are still attempting to substitute the judge. So, they got to go through that process first. They can't, well, they could, they could do whatever they want to do, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't work as far as appeal purposes. It would work against them if they had allowed this judge to hear these motions while he had a motion to have him removed pending. Uh, just my take on it. But in any case, the hearings are just now being scheduled. This document was just filed 4/29, and this is a proposed order for scheduling. So this is not even the agreed upon dates. These are not the exact dates that this will go down. This is just what they are proposing and trying to negotiate on. Y'all just heard that dude say it's been ruled on already. This is the type of misinformation that they bring to y'all on the internet on purpose, if you ask me, because it's designed to make you think a certain way about Big U.
But what's the point? What do they get out of it? That's what I don't get. Whenever, Eddie Boy, maybe when you first hit the scene, oh yeah, he did my brother wrong. Now I don't understand what is the motivation at this point, cuz shit crazy.
He wants you to think that Big U is done because he's a bad guy. For the people who are testifying or who have given information up against Big U, he wants you to think that Big U is done, so you don't start thinking, well, damn, maybe I shouldn't do this. It might not work. And he also wants people to feel like there is no hope at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants everybody to feel like he's guilty. That's just what it is. He don't want people thinking, oh, Big U might be innocent, because this is all about controlling the public narrative. When you look at Big U's paperwork, they said that the video that Big U made saying who he suspected was behind the whole little online campaign, they saying that was an attempt to poison the jury pool. This is what the government said. I believe he was given an overt act for that. That's an overt act in furtherance of his enterprise, if I'm not mistaken. Going online and making that video, that was an attempt to. So what do you call this? When these dudes get on here and just flat out lie. Here we are giving y'all some truthful updates regarding Big U. Hey, that DNA was found to be not conclusive. And the other DNA.
I'm gonna have to react. Shout out Byron Blake. I'm gonna do a reaction. I listened to a video of you catching Ho No Hundred. Trying to switch up and claim first. We the first one said that wasn't his DNA 20 and 25. And then when you put them clips together, man, that was superb. We'll react to that. Oh, my mama.
They said it excludes him. So the government has now agreed that if Big U doesn't mention DNA, they not even gonna mention the DNA.
He broke that down in the one I'm talking about.
They literally saying, hey, we won't even mention that. So that tells you that something has changed with the DNA. It went from they found his DNA under his nails to, oh no, his DNA was on his ankles because he dragged the body, to now it's inconclusive and he's actually excluded from some samples. So something has changed with the DNA, but they don't want you to know that because they want you to keep believing all of the negative. Nobody is perfect. I ain't saying that Big U is a perfect person. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying to you is he has a group of people who dislike him, who claim to be right. This dude, Eddie Boy, talk about being upright and righteous and doing the right thing. And I even heard him say like he would stand up for Big U if somebody was lying on him. Yet here he is.
He has played both sides of the coin on how he views or feels about Big U. At certain times, he act like he still have a camaraderie with him, like they fond of one another. But those be for short little gaps of time, short windows. I've heard him express that. Most of the time, it's like he been celebrating on Big U downfall. And before there was a downfall to celebrate, it seemed like he was praying on it. Oh, my mama.
Flat out lying. You flat out lying, bro. All because you want to control the narrative. So, like I told you, with the lawsuit situation, when I see you do certain little shiesty moves like this, I see that shiestiness still in you, you know? I see it still there, and that makes me know that you're capable of doing what I think you're doing, which is backing a campaign to have this man locked up so that you can...
Why else would you be at this man's federal proceedings? Just imagine the amount of time they invested into this Big U situation, how valuable time is in general, and that's depicting and displaying how little they actually have of to do with their time of productive things. If you got this much time to spend devoted to something that the feds is already handling, you feel like you helping the feds? Are you? Otherwise, what are you doing? Nobody's getting no message of positivity out of this bullshit.
You know, make money, I guess, you talking about them or something. I don't know what your motive is. You claim you don't want to go back to the streets. You don't got no interest in moving in certain circles. So I don't know what other than you just want to see him locked away. You know? Other than that, I don't know what the hell your motive is. But I know that this is a direct contradiction to all of the righteous talk that you talk. And you can get online and say whatever you want to say to these people. But when you hear this, because I know you're going to listen to it, deep down inside, you know the truth, bro. That's not right, bro. That ain't right, bro. And when you
talk about Alhamdulillah, peace be upon you and all that, and then go into all this other bullshit that does not coincide or correlate with that type of shit, it's just an extreme contradiction of character.
You think about, you having been somebody that did the amount of
snitch on it, being a police and a 6-0. I don't see how you mix two. It's the two. Tiny Teeth and Tony being a Crip and a Christian. Y'all need to knock it off.
The time that you did, it's crazy that you would wish that on somebody else. Like, to wish that on somebody else is like, damn, you came out of there kind of, bitter a little bit, because I don't care how bad I dislike a nigga. I don't wish him to go to jail. That don't even cross my mind.
E-double.
That I wish you go to jail.
E-double.
I'm definitely not going to orchestrate you going to jail, nor am I going to back some people that I see clearly orchestrating you go to jail. So, I heard a couple of y'all dudes on Clubhouse calling them.
You didn't see what was going on. Once the feds mentioned these dudes' names at all, even when Big U was on the way to turn himself in, you think he gonna go out his way to waste his time to lie and say the feds mentioned these dudes? That's enough right then and there to realize, oh, I don't want to be associated with none of that. I'm gonna leave it alone. Any other time in life, you are paying attention to anything, getting close to it, dealing with it, and then you realize the feds is peaking. You try to get as far away from it as possible. This shit is backwards.
OG and Big Homie and all that shit. This is who y'all referring to like that. This dude that's straight up, he just got on here and gave y'all some misinformation. And I'm pretty sure he repeated this information on Clubhouse, and some niggas was in there soaking it up like, damn, yeah, see, that makes sense. Like, niggas be, you know. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up, man. I told y'all that LA Ren and Stimpy, man, the 2026 lethal weapon, man, they at it. It's a mission to take down Big U. Wack don't got to do it himself no more. Wack can just sit back and let these niggas do it. And in exchange, he offered them a platform.
The same hold on 100 that claimed he sold guns to the 60s so they could kill each other when they was going to war, Crips on Crips. Now, he, in his mind, he's still stirring up confusion amongst the 60s. Although both these niggas play both sides, they denounce it. I seen you see that corny shit when they tried to say gangster diss 60s. Yeah, but yeah, these niggas is crazy, man.
So now they, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give you the platform. You can make the money, but you know. Meanwhile, the feds is feeding the information to people that's feeding the information to Wack, and then Wack feeding it to these niggas, knowing, okay, the feds is on them for this and this and this, so we need to put out this type of video. We need to put out that type of video. What's the chances the feds is on Big U for you know, staging robberies, and 600 come to the internet with a story about Big U staging a robbery on Gilly?
And then also they come in and try to say he was staged a robbery at Christmas time. Then Loose Coochie Lips came in to corroborate those comments, statements.
You see what I'm saying? Whether he's saying, I ain't the one that brought it to the internet or not, I'm just repeating it. Nigga, it's the same thing. If it's a crime, that's like sharing a wanted poster to me. If it's a wanted flyer going around on social media and you take that shit and repost it, even if you just like on some,
that's like taping it up on your wall or on your fence at your house.
Damn, they got bro on here. Nigga, you contributing to the movement. That's what they want. They want as many people as possible to find out that that person is wanted, because they know somewhere in that group of people is going to be somebody that's willing to come for that little reward money. Y'all niggas ain't slick, bro, at all. But yeah, they giving y'all misinformation.
Exposers / AKA open source reporters.
On purpose. I don't know what the design is. I don't know what the purpose is, but it like, this is deliberate ignorance. So what else do you call it? With that said, I'm gonna wrap this one up, man.
Shout out Byron Black. Y'all make sure y'all go give my boy a like, subscribe, and all that. And I want to also specify, as we celebrating 100 grand subscribers, one thing I can guarantee you out of anybody else who got 100,000, we did it with the least amount of requests to say like, subscribe. We said that and say that least than anybody in these YouTube streets. Oh, my mama.
Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.